recording the videos, and then okay, so let's get started on that. Well, I'm sure we left off yesterday. Let's finish that section from 6.5 about the quadratic functions. So let's take a look at 6.5. We still have some questions left from yesterday. I think we found problem number 4. Yep. Let's start with one of these, right? Find the vertex for this particular parabola. So let's do a quick review from what we learned from yesterday and show you how to work it out here. So first of all, when you have a quadratic function like this, first thing to do is complete a square. So to complete a square, we need to factor out of 3, right, for the first couple of terms. So right here, for the first couple terms, we're going to factor out 3. We get x squared plus 6x, and then minus 3 in the back. And then we're going to find that required number to complete the square. So step 1, you do 6 divided by 2, get 3. And second step, you square the 3. You square 9. That means the missing number we need will be 9. So that 9 is 9. And we only keep the first 3 terms. That means we're going to distribute this 3 times -9 and move the outside. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So 3 times that to move the outside. So y equal to 3 times x squared plus 6x having 9. Now minus 3 times -9 is minus 27. So we move this number outside. Now from here, we complete the square, right? So x plus 3 squared. When this is a perfect square, and when you combine the other two, minus 3 minus 27, that's minus 30. Okay, so we basically, this part is called complete a square. Once we complete a square, we'll be able to find out the axis symmetry and the vertex. Because this a is greater than a is equal to 3, greater than 0, that means this parabola is opens upward. So we do have a minimum here. Vertex is the minimum. And we try to locate that. So we adding x plus 3 equal to 0. We will find axis symmetry, meaning this line right here. Symmetry line. And also, the symmetry line also provides the x coordinate for the vertex. Right, that's a like byproduct of this from this book. Axis symmetry that actually so minus 3 from both sides of the equation, we get actually putting a 3. That's axis symmetry. That's also the x coordinate for the vertex. So now plug this back into the original this right here, right? Plug x into that, get a y value. So y equal 3 times and 3 squared minus 30. So 3 times y, 3 times 0 squared minus 30, and that's going to be 0 minus 30 is minus 30. So the vertex will be -3 and minus 30. Do you have any question about this? So that will be the vertex. So if we go back, just Get back here, -3, comma, -7. And let's do it. Check the answer. It's good. So I guess you guys gonna try one of these, right? Let's try this one. right, let's go over the solution here. So step one, we just factor the 5. So the x squared adding 6x. Leave some space over there. We're gonna get the number to complete the square. So the number is 6 over 2, 3. And let's square that. 3 squared, that's 9. So again, we are adding 9, let's just write 9. 9. And then the first 3 terms are perfect squares. So we move this outside. So y equal to 5. X squared and 6x, 9. Adding 1, subtract 45. 5 times 9 is 45. And 1 minus 45, that's 44. Minus 44. 5. X adding 3 squared minus 44. And again, are we going to get the x symmetry first? 7x plus 3 equals 0. And then subtract 3. The x equal to. Then once we have that, plug that into the original equation, right? Goes here. And then y value equal to 5 times minus 3 squared minus 44. This is 0, so it will be 0 minus 44, negative 44. So the vertex, and this one is also counted outward. So vertex is the minimum here. So it will be negative 3 minus 44. Do you have any question about this? Three, negative 44. Check it. It's good. Let's move on to next question. So this question, I'm going to show you how to do this. So basically, you're going to put in a vertex and also the x-intercept, right? And then once you have that, you'll be able to plot this Barber from this graph. So let's show me another. Okay. Yeah, so I guess this is the only version we have. So let's do it. First of all, I'm going to show you how to get a vertex and then x-intercept and go from there. So the vertex, we need to complete the square, but let's find the x-intercept because that's easier to find before we complete the square, right? Let's find x-intercept. So in order to find x-intercept, in this case, there are 2 x-intercepts. You need to set y equals 0 and then solve for x. So going back to the original equation, when y equals 0, that means x squared minus 4x and 3 equals 0. Now actually, we can factor this trinomial. This 3, 1, multiply, you get 3. When you add them, you get negative 4. So 2 factors is going to be x minus 3 minus 1. I will say each factor equals 0. We'll find both intercepts, x-intercept, x1, 0. Here, x equal to 3. Here, x equal to 1. So we get a couple x-intercepts. First one is 1, 0. The other one is 3, 0. It doesn't ask us to find y-intercept, right? But we could find that actually. If you want y-intercept, we just set x equal to 0 and then solve for 1. Set x equal to 0 and then go back to the original equation, then y value equals 0 squared minus 4 times 0, and then plus 3. Okay, so that means y equal to 3, right? So the y-intercept is 0, 3. Okay. And so that's x-y-intercept. And the next thing is, once we have both, so basically they only one x-intercept, but I will find y-intercept anyway. The next thing is find the vertex. Now for the vertex, we need to complete the square, so y equal to x squared minus 4x and 3. So we need that perfect number, right? X squared minus 4x. And the number is going to be 4 over 2, and 2, square that, and 4. Right? So that means adding 4, subtract 4, and 3. Now we get a perfect square here, x minus 2 squared minus 1. Now we can find the vertex by setting where x minus 2 equals 0, we find the x of symmetry, so x equals 2. Now from there, when we plot this number into the result on the completing the square, now we find y values. Y equals 2 minus 2 squared, 1. So that's going to be 0 squared minus 1. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. So we find a vertex, right? Vertex is going to be 2, negative 1. And basically, once we have all of these three, we can sketch the graph, right? And then, and let's see how we sketch the graph here. So the vertex is 3, negative 1. 2, negative 1, right? It's right here. 2 x value to 2, y value to negative 1. Okay. That's first word. And then x y intercept, you see x intercept is 1, 0 and 3, 0. Yes. Middle is 2, right? That's actually symmetry. So this is the right graph. Okay. And check it. Yeah, it's all good, right? We see 2, negative 1, 1, 3. Okay. Any question about this? And this one couldn't give us a new question because this is only question, the code. So, but let's see how to do that. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Or maybe you guys try this one. This one is doable yourself. You have the same version though, so you can log on to the webbook and work on this, right? I'll give you a couple of minutes. It's a different function now, different problem. So while you guys doing this, I'm calling attendance. Open the attendance sheet. So, um, I'm starting calling attendance, right? High tech, high tech, are you here? Yeah. Okay. Albert,
Also, I'm here.
okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Amaya, she's here. And Michael,
Here.
okay, very good. And Immersion,
I'm here.
okay. And Daniel, I think sure.
I'm here, I'm here.
Yeah, sure. Testimonial,
Here.
okay. And Cedar,
I'm here.
okay. Ivan,
Here.
okay, very good. Pam,
I'm here.
okay, great. And Calm,
Yeah, I'm here.
okay, great. Victoria, I think she's here. Okay. Others here, okay. And Michelle,
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
great, yeah. And Guang Yu, yeah, good. So we have to complete the attendance sheet.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Ah,
You also do like simply by doing uh, x-intercept by minus b over 2a and then plug in the value of x, find the y.
no, Albert. So to find the intercept, you need to set y equal to 0 and then solve for x.
But the answers are same because previous question I solved with that method and it was the answers were same.
Answer is the same.
Yeah, I got the same answers.
Yeah, that's okay. Yes, that's totally okay. But yeah, that happens actually. Why does yeah? So that's okay, right? But here this one is proper. It's open downward, right? Because the coefficient in front of the x squared is -1. So the shape of proper will look like this. Will be different from the other one. But you sure it's the same? It's not the same though, right? It's not the same. It's -3 and -1, not 1 and 3. You sure you did the right thing? You can double check your work, right? It's here x in the z will be -1, 0 and -3, 0. All right, let's go over the solution here. So first of all, you find the x-intercept, right? What would be earlier? So you set y equal to 0 and solve for x. So we're gonna have two x-intercepts. Y equal to 0, that means this whole thing equal to 0. So minus x squared minus 4x minus 3 equals 0. And it's easier, you know, if you divide everything by -1, turn it into positive. And everything into positive. And when you simplify, you get x squared plus 4x and 3 equals 0. And here you factor this, you get x plus 3, x plus 1. If you break down, it will be x plus 3 and 100. Multiply, you get 3. Adding, then you get positive 4. So that's what we want. And you set each factor equals 0. And solve for x. So it's 3 here. X equals to 1 here. X equals to 1. So you get a couple x-intercepts, which is 1, 0. And then x coordinate, y coordinate. Then becomes all of the same. All right. So that's how we find x-intercept. And let's find the vertex, right? Skip the y-intercept. It's not us. So vertex, completing the square, right? So you need to factor out the -1. And then the x squared plus 4x. Let's find that number right there. It will be 4. So it will be 4 over 2. 4 over 2, the 2, right? And I square that. 2 squared gives us 4. So that means we're going to add 4, subtract 4. Carry over the -3. Now, the first 3 term is a perfect square. I'm going to distribute this, right? One put back the invisible one, -1 times -4, that's positive 4. So negative x squared plus 4x added 4 minus 3 added 4. Right here we get the perfect square minus 3 squared and adding 1. Now we're going to set this, right? Find the axis symmetry. So also find the x coordinate for the vertex. Setting this equal to 0, x equal to -2. Now we're going to plug this back into the here to find the y value. Y value equal to minus -2 adding 2 squared, that's 0, adding 1. So the -0 adding 1, that's 1. So the vertex right here, right? Vertex, the coordinate is going to be -2 and 1. Any question about the work? Okay, once we have this, then we're going to go back and see the answers here. So let's start with the vertex, right? So in this case, the vertex is -2 and 1. Okay. And then the x-intercept is going to be -3 and -1. -3. -3 and -1, right? So it's here. We go. And we get it's calculating downwards and the vertex is the highest point, right? In this case, it's the maximum. And then we can submit it. See what happens. Yeah, it's all good, right? Okay, so that's the correct one. Any question about this? Okay, then problem 7. It's very similar. I guess, and by placing vertex on any other point. Okay, so we can use x-intercept or y-intercept, whichever you want to do, right? That will work. This one does change. So, maybe let's try to use the, in this case, let's find a y-intercept. Any other point, let's use the vertex and also the y-intercept. So you gotta try this. Find a vertex and a y-intercept. Vertex and then any other point will be the y-intercept. Y-intercept is always very easy to locate. You just set x equals 0. Okay, I'll give you some time. Let's try this. Okay, let's go over the solution. So y-intercept first. So in order to find the y-intercept, you set x equal to 0. And let's find y value here. y equal to 0 squared plus 10 times 0 and 30. That's going to be 0 plus 0 plus 30. That's 30. So the y-intercept is 0, 30. And then from there, so we find one point, and then we also need a vertex. So let's find a vertex here. Because the leading coefficient a is 1, which is greater than 0, so this is the concave outward. The vertex is the minimum here. And in order to find the vertex, we just need to take a square here. So x squared plus 10x. The number we're looking for is going to be 10 over 2, 5, and then square that. So 25. So add 25 minus 25, then 30. So keep the first three terms, that's a perfect square. Combine the other two numbers. Y equal to x plus 5 squared, adding 5. Now set x plus 5 equal to 0, find the x coordinate of the vertex. Negative 5. Now replace x with negative 5, right? In the original equation, so y equal to negative 5 adding 5 squared adding 5. And that is 0 squared adding 5, that's 5. So the vertex in this case is going to be negative 5 and 5. The y-intercept is 0, 30. So let's go back and find negative 5. And 5, right? Negative 5 and then the y-intercept is going to be 30. So we should need to scroll down. 30 is right. It's going to be here. Yep, I think that's right. Yep, that's good. So now once you have negative 5 and 5, and then 0, 30. And that should do it. Yep, it's good, right? Here you go. Any question about this? So now the last couple of questions about the application. So let's look at it. So you are going to the business field. It's really a very useful concept. So the company earns a weekly profit of P by selling at items. And then the profit P to be computed using the following quadratic function. Right? This is a quadratic function. So what is the number of items that maximizes the profit? Here P represents the profit function. Right? P is the profit function. And we know here the leading coefficient A is 0.5, which is less than 0, and this proper is concaving downward. That means that's the maximum profit at the vertex. So the vertex is the maximum profit they are looking for, right? They are trying to figure out. For any company, right? They have the same issue. They will always try to maximize the profit because they have a given function to capture the profit along the way. So in this case, they use this equation to capture the profit for any selling any amount of X amount of items. And we try to figure out what would be that X value, right? Concrete number for the X value. Find out what is the optimal number of the items sold that can maximize the profit. And then, so first of all, we're gonna complete the square, take out the P. So basically find the vertex. It's our goal. In order to find the vertex, we need to complete the square, right? So take out P minus 0.5x squared plus 70x, adding 525. Here we're gonna factor by GCF minus 0.5, x squared at minus 140x. Yep, and let's find out the number we are looking for there, adding 525. So you take 140 by 2, get 70, and then square that number. 70 squared is 4,900. That means we're looking for adding 4,900 minus 4,900. And so the first three terms give us the perfect square. And then we're going to move this outside, right? The last term is up 26. So minus 0.5, x squared minus 140x, adding 4,900. And then it's adding 525, adding 0.5 times 4,900 is 2450. It's adding 2450 in the back. And then we basically have this perfect square inside parentheses, so x minus 70 square. Combine them, right, we get 2975, 2,975. Yeah, so now we just find a vertex by saying x minus 70 equal to 0, meaning we are they need to sell 70 items before 70 in order to maximize the profit, in order to get maximum profit. And then once you get that plug into this, you get profit, maximum profit is going to be this, 2975. So the maximum profit is 2975. Could be $2,975 or 2,975 units, right? They didn't specify the unit here. And then, yeah, so so the items to maximize the profit will be 70 items. And then the maximum profit is 2,975. Oh, any question about this? Seventy. And maximum profit 2,975. Yeah, they look good. So I'll let you try one of this. You guys try this one.
Professor, can I ask something?
Yeah, sure, yes. Question?
Yes, for our midterm, will we be able to use calculators?
Um, I don't think so. I don't think you can use a calculator for Math 56. As a-
Okay,
Yeah, so
and
that's
you
not
have
a,
to show you working, right?
yes, they're gonna show all the work. That's right,
Yes,
yeah.
thank
But
you.
I would double check, I would double check with because I taught this course like a couple years ago. I don't think
Mhm.
it was basis on it.
It's okay, you can keep us updated.
Yes, yes, I will keep you updated, yes, I'll
Yes,
ask
thank
the
you.
question today. Yes, okay. Do you guys finish this problem yet? Yeah, let's go over the solution. So again, it's a concave and downward because the leading coefficient is less than 0, so probably look like this. And we're gonna find a maximum profit by finding a vertex. Locating a vertex is what we call the maximum profit. So again, we need to complete the square. First of all, we need to factor out minus 0.5. Then we get x squared minus 100x and adding 375. So you get that perfect number, so 100 by 2, you get a 50. After that, square root of 50, you get 2500. That means you add 2500 minus 2500 inside the parentheses. And then the first three terms are needed. Do this, move this outside. So minus 0.5, x squared minus 100x, adding 2500, adding 375, and you distribute it, you get 1250. Minus 0.5 times minus 2500 is 1250. And we're going to add those two numbers in a second. Minus 25 times x minus 50 squared. And combine those two numbers, we end up with 1625. Yep, that's right. And now when x equals 50, we get the maximum profit, which is 7x minus 50 equals 0. And then basically the items need to review the maximum profit will be 50 items. So the company just sell 50 items, you have to get a maximum profit. And then from there, we just publish into the profit function to find out what will be the maximum profit in this case. So 50 goes in there, we end up with a 0 adding 1625. So the profit will be 1625. Any question about this 1625? Okay, and check the answers. They are both good. And one last question, right? So the ball is going upward. When does the ball reach the maximum height? So this one I just do it, right? This one something to do with physics. So I'll just you guys don't have to do this. I'm just going to show you how to do this. That's all. Okay, so let's go back here. Yeah, so as you can see, if let's say you are you right here, right? You standing on the ground. This is the ground. And then you standing here and then throwing the ball, right? Upward, let's say a ball. But basically the ball will go like this. It will go all the way to the top, reach the maximum height, and then you will start to come down to the ground, right? And this is basically how the ball will move, right? But the ball will move like a flower. So it will move like this. I guess I should draw this a little bit. Because the function is the problem. So that means the ball will go like this. So this is the ball originally, right? So it will go like this, reach the maximum height, and start to come down to the ground. And we try to figure out when the ball reaches the maximum height, right? Reaches the vertex here, because this is the quadratic function. If you divide it, it becomes minus 16 x squared adding 128 out. Okay. So this is a typical quadratic function. That means that we can locate the maximum height at this point. So in order to do that, because the leading coefficient is minus, right? So this is concaving downward. So there's a maximum height somewhere, right, for this ball. We try to locate that. So we need to complete the square. So factor negative 16, you get x squared minus ax, right? And we need to find out that missing number, right, to complete the square. So you just do 8 over 2, or and then square that. 4 squared 16. So you add 16 minus 16. And from there, so we have perfect square here, distributing maybe outside. So minus 16 x squared minus ax, adding 16. We move this outside, 16 times 16, that's 256. Yeah, that's right. And then the, inside that is perfect square, so it's x minus 4 squared plus 256. That means when does the, so when x equal to 4, right, meaning when here t after at any time, so meaning after 4 seconds, the ball will reach the maximum height. So x minus 0 to f4 from both sides of the equation. That represents the time it takes to reach the maximum height. So after 4 seconds, the ball will reach the maximum height. And then the maximum height will look like this. So put this down into this. We get a y value h, no height, h. H will be, this pi is 0, right? 256. 256 feet. Okay. That's basically how you tackle this type of problem. It takes 4 seconds to reach the maximum height. And then the maximum height cannot be 256 feet above the ground. Any question about this? So basically just utilizing the property problem, right? The vertex. And this concept is very useful, right, in real life. I think about, if you work for a company, if you work for any like agencies, they always try to come up with a model to capture the maximum profit, or maybe sometimes minimum cost. All sorts of different things, we can model using mathematical equations like problem, like quadratic functions. So that's one way to look at this, the application side of this concept. Now let's get to the midterm, right? Midterm review. We're gonna take a look at the midterm review. So everybody log on to the website, right? I mean, you can also, if you forget how to log in there, you can go to our Brightspace course, and I actually post this instruction here, right? There's a link here. You can just click on the link. I posted yesterday. And click on that. It'll take you to the exam website. Now you go through this step by step. Enroll, logging in. Hopefully everybody have an account right now. Log in there. And then click on next. And then sign in, right? I create an account as well. So, and once you log in, you should be able to see 3 different, and then click on open the website. Okay. Then we're gonna just go over one of the version, right, which is the first version. About 3 and student ID, you can put in your CUNY first ID number, or you can skip it, right? You can just click on later. And okay, so this is the one, right? The first one, practice midterm exam, no help. That's for today. Yeah, so click on that. And let's start working on this. Okay. And it has different time of, there's a couple videos here. So if you want to review some videos, you know, you can do that. But yeah, I think you should be good enough to start working on all these questions. So basically, we'll do this, right? I'll give you some time. You're gonna work on a couple questions, and then we're gonna go over solution one by one. How that goes. Let's start with the question number 1. So solve for H, right? I'll give you a couple minutes. Work on that. All right, let's go over the solution here. So we are solving for h. That means that you need to isolate this term, right? So a equal to pi r squared, 2 pi r h times h. So this term must be isolated. So you subtract pi r squared on both sides of the equation. Okay, so we end up with 2 pi r times h. So a minus pi r squared equal to 2 pi r times h. Now from here, that's reverse, right? That's reverse order. So 2 pi r times h. And then on the other side, a minus pi r squared. Now we're going to divide both sides of the equation by 2 pi r. So we cancel that. H is by itself. So h is a minus pi r squared over 2 pi r. Any question about
We're
this?
doing the practice midterm, no help, right?
Yes, no help. That's right. It's first one. No worry. I'm going to point out to you. Go here. It's the very first one for today, right? It's this one, first one. No help. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get to the second question in question space as this. This is the second question. It's about complex fraction. So find the LCD, right? Multiply everything by LCD on top. Multiply everything by LCD on the bottom. Or you can multiply every single term right, by LCD of both the top and bottom. Okay. Try it. So I'm going to put the answer for this one, right? So it's going to be going to be a fraction a minus pi r squared. Symbols, we're going to get symbols on the side, pi r squared, and over 2 pi r. Symbol pi r. Yeah, that will do it, right? This is the one. And yeah, let's get to the second question. Yeah, give it a shot. Find the LCD, right? On the top and bottom. And multiply every single term on LCD. Simplify. Okay, let's go over the solution. So LCD for both top and bottom, it's a square times b square, right? So you take every single variable and then use the leading power, right? The highest power. Same thing for b, use the highest power b square. That means you're gonna multiply every single term by a square and then times b square. So yeah, so let me do it here. So a square b square times 2 over b square first, and a square b square times 13 over 8b, and then a square b square times 7 over a square. That's on the top. On the bottom, very similar. A square b square times, I'm making fraction if you want to, right? No problem. Make a fraction. And then 2 times 2 over b square. First term, second term. A square b square times 15 over ab. A square b square times 7 over a square. Then we're just gonna yes, so we're gonna start canceling, right? B square get canceled. A both A and B get canceled. A B get canceled. A square get canceled. On the bottom, B square get canceled. And then AB get canceled. And A square get canceled. Now we're gonna end up with 2A square on the top minus 13AB minus 7B square over 2A square and then plus 15AB and then add the second B square. And then if you notice that we can still factor, right? This is still factorable, so we still get a factor a little bit more. So here for the first PS 2A and A on top. And then for 7B squared, we're going to minus 7B here and then plus B here. If you cross multiply, we're going to get minus 14AB plus AB, which is minus 13AB. That's a middle term, right? So we confirm middle term. So the first term here, last term here, middle term is confirmed. So we get two factors, 2A plus B, and then A minus 7B. For the bottom, let's factor out this. So 2A, A, that will be positive 7 here, positive 1 here. Yeah, it's actually B, right? But if you cross multiply, we get 14AB plus AB, which is 15AB. Then we get two factors, 2A plus B, A plus 7B, 2A plus B, A plus 7B. We're going to cancel this common factor, 2A plus B. So the final answer is A minus 7B, A plus 7B. Right. Any question about this?
No.
No, very good. Yeah. So A minus 7B on the top, A plus 7B on the bottom. Great. I'm going to submit at the end, right? And then let's look at the third question here. I write the standard form using for the complex number. So we're going to use a complex conjugate and simplify this. use the compressed conjugate. Okay, let you try it. Right, so now the compressed conjugate is 3 minus 7, right? So you're gonna multiply both top and bottom of the conjugate. 3 minus 7, right? And then 3 minus 7 on the bottom. And the bottom is a plus ba minus b, so it becomes a squared, b squared, 7i squared. On the top is perfect square. You can FOIL or you can use the shortcut I show you guys. 3 squared minus 2 times 3 times 7i, adding 7i squared. So 3 squared is 9. We get minus 49 I squared on the bottom, and I squared is negative 1. So this is 9 right here. Minus 6 times 7, 42i. And then plus 49 I squared. This is 9 minus, no, adding, right? I squared is negative 1. Minus 49 times negative 1 is positive 49. And let's simplify further. So 9 minus 42i. I squared is negative 1. Negative 1 times positive 49 minus 49 over 58. So 9 minus 49, that's minus 40 minus 42i over 58. Now spread out, we're going to get minus 40 over 58. Minus 42 over 58. And we can reduce it. Both top and bottom could be reduced by 2. Minus 20 over 29. Minus 21 over 29. And that's the final answer, right? Any question? Minus 20 over 29. Minus 21 over 29. Yeah, good. Now let's look at question 4. This should be studied quickly process. Multiply and let's simplify. All right, let's go over solution. So square root of x times square root of x is x, and square root of x times how is 8? 8 square root of x. 9 times square root of x is 9 square root of x. And 9 times 8 is 72. And then you need to combine the middle two terms. X plus 17 square root of x and 72. And so that's the answer. Any question? X plus 17 square root of x plus 72. And let's look at question number 5. So a line is perpendicular to this graph of this, to this linear function, right? Now contain point net 2 negative 5. So we are looking for the perpendicular line to this given line, and then also passing through the other point. So basically, 2 lines are perpendicular. So slope number 1 from line number 1 times slope of line number 2 equal to -1. Or you can say second slope is the negative reciprocal of the first slope. But you can do this, right? This is easier to representing the relationship between the two slopes. I'll give you some time to try this. Let's go over the solution, guys. So first of all, we need to find out the slope for one of the line, right? This perpendicular line here. So we need to isolate the y, subtract 5x on both sides of the equation, and get minus 3y minus 5x and 5, and divide -3 across. and cancel that, y is equal to positive, both negative turning positive. So 5/3 x minus 5/3. So the slope for this, you can say the slope for line number 1, right? M1 equal to 5/3. Now you plug this back into this equation. So 5/3 times M2 equal to -1. So you can find out the slope of the perpendicular line. So multiply by 3/5, 3/5 on both sides of the equation. So this gets canceled. M2 equal to -3/5. Now we're given the slope of perpendicular line, also the given point. So slope is -3/5. We can do x1, y1 here. X1 is 2, y1 is -5. Now we can do y minus y1 because slope times x minus x1. So y minus y1 is -5. Slope is -3/5 times x minus 2. And this really simplify y plus 5 equal to -3/5x, adding 6/5. And we subtract 5 on both sides of the equation. Okay, so y equal to 3/5x, and it's 6/5 minus 5. The fraction LCD is 5. And multiply 5 here, 5 here. We get y equal to -3/5x. 6 minus 25, that's -19. So that would be minus, plus minus, minus 6/5 minus 25/5. The y equal to -3/5x minus 19/5. Yep, so that's the answer. Any question? -3/5. 19/5. Yeah. Yeah, that should
This
be,
assignment is just for practice, right?
yeah, it is the practice, yeah.
So we don't
And
need to do it. So we don't need to
Um,
like submit it or anything.
You could submit it though, to see, you could submit it though. At the end, when you put in all the answers and then you could submit it just to check the answers.
Okay.
Question 7, let's go to question 7. Dividing using the long division. And we did something similar on the practice. I'll let you guys try it. This is question 7. All right, let's go over the solution here. So just like any long division, right, put the dividend inside the division sign, so 7y cubed minus 36y squared minus 3y adding 40. And we're gonna put divisor outside, 7 minus 8. Now let's follow the procedure. So we take two terms, first two terms, and using the leading term on the dividend 7y cubed over 7y, leading term for the divisor, we get y squared. So you're gonna put y squared on top of the second term. Next step, we multiply this, right? The divisor by the quotient y squared minus 7y minus 8. I'm gonna get 7y cubed minus 8y squared. So this 7y cubed minus 8y squared. After that, we subtract it. We get a remainder from there. Okay, so the leading term gets canceled, right? That's the most important thing. Cancel that. One second, there's a little issue with my my pen here. So I gotta, yeah, cancel that. So minus 36y squared minus negative 8y squared, meaning adding ay squared. So it's minus 36y squared adding ay squared. So you combine them, you get minus 28y squared. So the remainder is minus 28y squared. Now bring down the minus 3y. Now repeat this process, right? Okay, so second step, taking the leading term here, minus 28y squared, divided by the leading term of the divisor, and you simplify, you get minus 4y. That goes on top of this. Now again, multiply the divisor by the second quotient, second term in the quotient. So minus 4y minus 7y minus 8. Distribute it, you get minus 28y squared adding 32y. Now we're gonna carry over this for the underneath it. Plus 32y. Now again, subtract it. So the leading limit get cancel exact same term. Minus 3y minus 32y minus 35y. So remainder is minus 30y, bring down to 40 and 40. Now minus 35y divided by 7y, that's the first step. Yeah. Minus 35y, 7y, that's 5. So the last term will be minus 5. And you multiply this, minus 5 times 7y, minus 5 times 8, so it's minus 35y, adding 40, and they are exactly the same thing. So if you cancel completely, and subtract it, cancel, that was the 0. So result here is y squared minus 4y minus 5. Okay, y squared minus 4y minus 5. Okay, any question about this? All right, guys, so let's take a break. You come back at 10:45. Okay. All right, guys, let's resume. I just emailed Professor Dawes, and he just got back to me. You can use calculator for second part of the final exam, not for the first part. There are two parts of the final exam. Part 1 and part 2, right? Allowed to use part 2. In terms of calculator. Yeah. So does that answer your question? So theoretically, yes. Calculator.
I'm sorry, can you please repeat? My Wi-Fi wasn't working well. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. So he got back to me. He said there are two parts of the final exam, part one and part two. For part one, you cannot use calculator, but for part two, you are allowed to use calculator.
Oh, okay. So that's for the final exam,
Yeah,
right?
for the final, yes.
The midterm, is it the same?
Midterm, you can use it, no problem. I let you use it. Not an issue.
Oh,
Yeah.
you.
He didn't mention anything about midterm. I guess I would take liberty and just let you guys use it if you need to use calculator. But only those basic scientific calculator, right? Like the TI-30, those basic ones.
Yes. Will
Mhm.
they have to show the working? So
Yeah, that's right. If you show work, that's the best because let's say you need 70%, right, to pass the final. So if let's say the system grade your exam and you get let's say 60, something like 63, and I will look into your work. And if I see any good work, let's say correct work from your, I will issue partial credit, and I will adjust your final grade, final exam grade accordingly. So that's a good motivation, to show all the work, because you never know, right? You may need that. You may need just a couple points to pass the final. Yeah. So definitely, if I show all the work as much as possible, if you for some reason you couldn't pass the final, with let's say some say very close grade, like anything close to 60, right? I'll definitely look into your work and I try to find some part of credit and help you out, right? Okay. So show our work, right? And then if you start on a good habit in the midterm, I think you can also upload your work for the midterm exam. Get familiar with the how to uploading. It's also beneficial when you get to the final exam. Han, do you have any other question?
no, thank you.
Sorry, sir. I want to ask about the update some questions answer. Because I didn't see in the practice. I don't know. Was that questions like graph or just notes?
We're talking about a question from midterm practice.
Yeah. I'm talking about the midterm the answer we need to update.
Or upload, right? Upload the answer.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh, yeah. So basically, you use that cam, right? The app is called.
I mean, like,
It's called
it's
Cam Scanner. Yes, you download that. You guys should all download this app called Cam Scanner. Okay, let me just quickly show you. You go to App Store, right? Type in Cam Scanner. This is the app, Cam Scanner app. It's in a Google Play, also in the App Store, Apple App Store. And download this. This is kind of like a app you use to take picture, right, of all your work, and then you'll be able to convert it to PDF file by using this app. So which is
I mean, we about these questions, we need to include like the notes or graph.
yes, you can submit a note. That's the whole point, right?
Okay.
If you submit a note, for example, let's say in the final exam, unfortunately, someone get let's say 65, right? 70 is a passing score. And then if you get anything close to 60, right? Let's say 55 or above, I will look into your work. I will usually look into all your work. And then let's say you get 65, only 5 points short. I will see if any of your work is good. If they are good, I will update your final exam score. Let's say you only need 5 more points, right? If I can find 5 points from your work, upload it like a PDF file, I will check all the work, and then I will be able to adjust your grade. Yeah, so this is very, very good, opportunity, let's say you are on the borderline of passing, then this is going to be very, very useful.
Quick question, I have a question.
Sure, definitely.
So 70 is the passing grade, not 60.
Was it anybody sent you an emails telling you 60 is the passing grade? I didn't. I think it was back in the day. It was 70, but I just let me double check. Right, let me see if anyone sent me the. I don't think they sent. Okay. Could be 60 though. I'm not 100% sure. Again, I will get back to you guys. So right now, let's stick with the 70, right? Because when I first taught the course, it was several years ago. It was like 70. But if they change that's better, right? Let's say you're aiming for 70, but later you find out it's 60 is a passing grade, then you are more confident, But yeah, I will figure out the answer. Right? I will talk to the administrators and then figure out the answer to that. But yeah, hypothetical speaking. Sure. Go ahead.
No, you can finish up.
Yeah. Michael, yes. Any other question?
Yeah, so will we be getting, so like, let's say we finish the exam, we get the grade right there, but
Yeah.
we have to send in a separate PDF to see if, to see what you find, and you give us an exact grade after that.
Yes, I can adjust your grade. If let's
Okay.
say the system give you, for example, let's say system give you 55, right? And then I will look into your work and to see if any work is good. Although your answer may be off, right? But your work could be good. You see, like what we did, there's so much work, right? It's worth a lot. Actually, I value more the work over the final answer. Final answer doesn't show your understanding of the content, but the work does. Because as a experienced teacher, we know that final answer sometimes is not very reliable to predict your understanding of the topic, also understanding the content. Your work actually is more valuable to us. To also, I can see a lot more from your work, and instead of just looking at the final answer. Yeah. Okay, so definitely I will look into your work, and if I can find extra points for you, I would do that for you. Yeah.
The
Immersion,
midterm assignment,
Mhm.
the midterm assignment is not on the web assignment, right?
I don't think so. Yes, I think he probably will release it tomorrow. He's very
Okay.
cautious about the security of the exams. So, so that's why I think he's being on the safe side, right? So tomorrow he'll be ready. Yes, for sure. Yeah. So, any other questions before we continue on the question 8?
Mister, I have a question.
Yes, Peter.
So, we have to do the practice test on the website. Then we need to upload where, like in the web work, or where we need to upload. Then we get access for the exam for tomorrow.
And no, that's so for today's practice exam, you don't have to upload the work. You only need to upload the work for the actual midterm. Meaning for tomorrow, that I show you, you need to get this app called Cam Scanner, right? This is the app you need to get. It's called Cam Scanner from the App Store, and you can use that to upload the work. You can scan it as PDF file, right? You take picture, and then the app will automatically convert it to PDF file. You can click on one of the button there, and you will convert your picture into the PDF file, and you can upload it to the website.
Oh, so we don't need to do the practice test that Professor Down or whatever his name he said. So we don't need to do it.
We are doing that right now.
Yeah, but I'm doing it with you. But he said we need to do it, and we need to score at least 5% for qualify for the exam for the midterm. That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Yes, that's why you're gonna submit it, right? You're gonna submit it like, that's why when we finish the entire exam, you can submit it. You can
Oh,
submit
okay.
the
So
answer.
I don't need to do it separately, right?
No, you don't have to do it separately. We are doing
Oh,
that together.
okay. Thank
Help
you.
you to prepare. So
Yeah,
I show
thank
you
you.
all the work for you, so you understand all the details.
Yeah,
Okay.
and tomorrow I just participate in the exam. That's it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
exam will be available tomorrow. I don't think he's
Okay.
making anything available right now. So
One more question. What's the time for the exam? Like the regular time, 8:30 to what time? What time it
yes,
end?
I think it's about 2 hours, right? So whatever time it takes, right? If there's no time limit, you know, you can use more time, but usually it's about 1 hour 45 minutes. So it's like regular class, 100 minutes. And
Uh, I got it, sir. Thank you.
sure, yeah. Okay. So let's continue, right? Let's look at the question 8. Right, let's work on it. Solve this equation. And I'm using the factors of quadratic solve for x. Okay. So we get a quadratic equation, right? And then we'll try to solve for x. Okay, let's try that. I'll give you a couple of minutes. All right, let's go over the solution. First step, we're gonna move the other two terms to the left, the right hand side. So you subtract 2x, add 7, subtract 2x, 7 from both sides of the equation. And so we cancel this. So you get 3x squared and 2x and 7 equals 0. come separately, solve the equation factoring. Yeah, so we can factor, right? That means, let me take a look at, okay, what answer they want. 97, there's no real solution here. There's only complex solution. So let's solve for the complex solution. Go back. And as you can see, right, we cannot factor this. So using a quadratic formula, 3, 4, 2, 3, 7. X equal to minus b plus minus square root of e squared minus 40c over 2a. And then that's minus negative 2 plus minus negative 2 squared minus 4 times 3 times 7 over 2a, so 2 times 3. So we get 2 plus minus 4 minus 12 times 7, that's 84. Divided by 6. There's 2 plus minus radical 680 over 6, right? Minus 80, minus 80. So we're going to get a couple complex solutions. And from there, we just simplify. So it'll be 2 plus minus, it will be 16 times 5, that's 80. 60 is the maximum perfect number going to 80 and I squared over 6. Yeah, so that's simplified little bit. 2 plus minus 4 radical 5i over 6. And when you reduce it, you reduce everything by 2, you get 1 plus minus 2 radical 5i over 3. So we get a couple complex solutions. Any question? 1 plus 2 radical 5. By 3. That's first answer. Second answer, if you want, you can just copy paste. Change the sign in the middle. Okay, that will do it. Okay, so now let's look at the next question, right? You want to solve this using quadratic formula, another one. Okay. So let's try this. And we cannot factor this, right? So you have to solve using quadratic formula. Okay, guys, let's go over solution. Here A is 1, B is 4, and C is 1. So using the quadratic formula, T here will be minus B minus B square minus 4AC. And over to it. Okay, so we're throwing all the numbers, minus 4 plus minus 4 square minus 4 times 1 times 1 over 2 times 1. So it's minus 4 plus minus 16 minus 4 over 2. This one we get a real solution. Minus 4 plus minus radical 12. We're going to simplify, right? It becomes radical 12 is radical 4 times 3. Radical 4 is 2 radical 3. So it's minus 4 plus minus 2 radical 3 over 2. And once you simplify, you get a minus 2 plus minus radical 3. That should be the answer to this. Minus 2 plus radical 3. And minus 2 minus radical 3. Okay, and then let's look at question 10, right? We will solve the foreign system linear equation by graphing. So that means we need to graph the first equation and the second equation. So I guess I'd like to try, you know what, let's go over that together, right? And then come back to here to get the, yeah, let's, first one, let's get those two equations first. You know what, let me get all the entire screen so I can just show you in that. Or maybe, yeah, screenshot. If you look at this, they are the same equation, right? So if you divide the second equation, 3x minus 3y equals 15 by 3 across, you're going to get x minus y equal to 5, which is the exact same thing as the first equation here. First one, second one, they are exact same equation. That means we're going to have infinitely many solutions. Because they are the same. So how do we graph the first equation? Let's say if you're using x, y intercept, right? We take this out and find the x-intercept by setting y equal to 0, then x equal to 5. So x-intercept is 5, 0. And then also find the y-intercept by setting the x equal to 0. So, yeah, so y-intercept x equals 0, then 0 minus y equal to 5, right? So negative y equal to 5, and divide negative 1 from both sides of the equation, then y equal to negative 5. So the y-intercept is 0, negative 5. And we can graph it, right? 5, 0, that's on the x-axis. It's right here. X-intercept and y-intercept is negative 5, 0. It's right here. So you connect those two, extended, right, on both directions. So we get a line, and both lines are the same. Another line would be exactly the same. So passing through the same, all the same points. So that's why solution is using many. So if you go back to this, we will do graph line. X-intercept is 5, 0. Yeah, and then -0, that's one intercept. Yep, and then just draw a line, right? Yeah. Then the line.
I think you gotta like double click the arrow.
I'll double click there. Okay, very good. Yeah, I probably gotta delete all these points. I probably I haven't used this system for a long time. Back in the day we are using this system, but now now I'm just using open source software, so barely use this. Okay, so here you go, and then double click on it.
No, like I think you just gotta click it and until you see that blue for that one. Yeah, and just yeah. That's it.
There you go. Yeah, okay, very good, thanks. Thanks for pointing out that. Okay, so that's basically the, and then answer here, you're gonna put in infinite many, right? So you're gonna type in infinite many for each answer box because they are basically similar. Infinite many, infinite many. Yeah. Okay, any question about this? All right, let's look at question 11. Again, this is a complex fraction. So find LCD, right? And multiply each one of these by LCD. Okay, try this very quickly. All right, let's go over solution. So the LCD here is going to be x squared. You're going to multiply every single term by x squared. So here x squared. The bottom is multiplied by x squared. And now 9 times x squared is 9x squared. And then for the second term, x squared are cancelled, you would just get 25 minus 25. On the bottom, 9 times x squared is 9x squared. X get cancelled 30 times 30, right, middle term. Third term cancel the x squared, you get 25. And we need to factor further, right? On the top, it's a difference of 2 squares, 3x squared minus 5 squared. So it's 3x minus 5, 3x plus 5. On the bottom is a perfect square, so it's 3x, 3x, positive 5, positive 5. Cross multiply, we get 30x over 3x. So that means it's a perfect square, 3x plus 5, 3x plus 5. Then we cancel the common factor here. The second one, so we end up with 3x minus 5 and 3x plus 5. Okay. And that's the answer. Any question? Now let's look at question 12. Actually get this property of exponent to simplify this question here. You can try this really quickly. All right, let's go over solution. So there are a lot of different ways of doing this, right? I'm just going to show you one of them. So first step, you're just gonna get rid of this negative sign, right? Because that's most cumbersome ones. So let's get rid of it by flipping the fraction inside of the parentheses. X negative 3 goes on top, y 6 goes on top, x negative 4 and y 5 goes on the bottom, and then that becomes 5, fifth power. And we can simplify inside of the parentheses first. So in order to turn the negative power to positive power, well, you can do this, right? X negative 3 is bigger than negative 4, right? So you can do x negative 3 minus, and then y 6 is bigger than 5, 6 minus 5. Okay. Now, x is minus 3 adding 4, y is 1. And now it's x to the first and y to the first. So it's x to the 5, y to the 5. Now there's 3 power for each one of this. So the answer is x5, y5. Y to the 5th. Any question? So that will do it. And question 13, you are solving these radical equations by squaring both sides, right? So you try that. All right, let's go over solutions. So step one, square both sides of the equation. Get the square root get cancelled. Square root offset each other. 1 minus 1 on the left. 1 minus 1 square on the right. And we expand the perfect square to be y squared minus 2y, adding 1. And it's the y adding 1, y adding 1 on both sides of the equation. And we end up with y squared minus 3y adding 2. And then switch the order. Then we can factor this trinomial. So that's going to be minus 2 minus 1. Right, so it's y minus 2, 1 minus 1 equals 0. So you get a couple solutions. Y minus 2 equals 0, give us y equal to 2. Y minus 1 equals 0, give us y equal to 1. So then we still got to check it, right? Make sure it's good. So let's quickly check. And applying 2, you get the square root of 2 minus 1 is equal to 2 minus 1. That is it. That's the true statement. Radical 1 equal to 1. Right? So this is if you plug in the 1, and will be radical 1 minus 1 equal to 1 minus 1. That's also true. Radical 0 equal to 0. This is also good. So both answers are good answers. 2 and 1. Yeah, smaller value first. So 1 goes first and 2 goes second. All right, any question? Let's look at 14. Simplify this expression. So get rid of negative sign first, right? Using a reciprocal. Negative exponent give us reciprocals. All right, let's quickly go over the solution. So get rid of this negative sign here by using reciprocal of that fraction. Now half you can turn into square root. 25 over 36. Now square root of 25 is 5. So 36, that's 6. So it's 5 over 6. Answer is 5 over 6. Okay, and question solving by using a quadratic formula. Okay. It's another quadratic formula question. Okay, I'll give you a couple minutes. Try this. All right, let's go over solution. First of all, get all the terms to the left hand side. 3, cancel that, so we end up with 5 squared minus 4y minus 3, 0. Then a is 1, b is minus 4, c is negative 3. Now the quadratic formula y equal to minus b plus minus square root of b squared. 4ac over 2a. I'm gonna throw in all the numbers and plus minus radical minus 4 square minus 4 times 1 minus negative 3 over 2 times 1. So that'd be 4 minus plus minus radical 16 adding 12 over 2. 4 plus minus radical 28 over 2. And radical 28 is radical 4 times 7. So 4 plus minus 2 radical 7 over 2. Now if you combine to that, it becomes 2 plus minus radical 7. So the smaller value is 2 minus radical 7. Bigger value 2 plus radical 7. Question 16, you're going to learn how to solve this inequality. Let's see. So try this really quickly. And let's go over the solution. So there are two solutions, two different kind of inequalities here, right? Two sets, 2k plus 2 will be greater or equal to 6. That's positive one, and the other one is 2k plus 2 less equal to -6. But if that happens, you guarantee this absolute value will be greater or equal to 6. So you're going to solve each inequality separately. For the first one, subtract 2, get 2k greater or equal to 4. Then divide 2 from both sides of the equation. Since we divide by positive number, then the inequality sign remains as is. So it's k is greater or equal to 2. The other one, subtract 2 from both sides of the equation. Get 2k less equal to -8. Now divide 2 from both sides of the equation. K will be less equal to -4. And right? Yeah, I think we're using all. So use all. So the answer is this. K less equal to -4. K is greater or equal to 2. Any question? And then you need to know how to graph this, right? So less equal to -4. -4 is here. That's equal sign so that. So using the solid point, here we do this. Do this.
The graph and the point can't be together, maybe?
Yeah, you're right. Probably some more point. Okay, then draw it, right? Then I'm gonna draw it. Oh yeah, so do this. I'm gonna redo this. I just rerun this. Okay, so I'm gonna reset everything. First we're gonna get point, starting point. So it'll be starting from -, yeah. And including right bracket, including that. And you're gonna draw a line. Yep, that's a less equal to -4, and then greater equal to 2. 2 is here, not on this, and then greater equal to 2. Goes this way. I think that should do it. Yep, that should be the answer, right? Okay. Let's see. Next question. Question 17. Using a square property to solve the following equations. Okay, I want you guys to find that really quickly. Just isolate this square term, right? And move this 32 to the right hand side and go from there.
Professor, I have another question about the midterm.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so while we're taking the test, do we have to join any Zoom meeting? And do we have to open our cameras?
You can join the Zoom meeting, but the camera part, you can, it's okay. You don't have to open your camera if you don't want to. I'm gonna put you guys in breakout room. So if you have any question, you can talk to me in private.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Mhm. Okay. Any other question besides Pam? Okay, let's go over solution. Step 1, adding 32 from both sides of the equation. And then we end up with 3y minus 1 squared equal 32. Now from here, we take the second step, taking the square root from both sides of the equation. They're going to put plus minus on the right hand side for equal 32. Then square root offset each other. 3y minus 1 is by itself, plus minus. Simplify this, it will be 16 times 2. Square root of 16 is going to be 4. 4 radical 2. 3y minus 1 equal to plus minus radical 2. Then add 1 from both sides of the equation. 3y is equal to 1 plus minus 4 radical 2. Now dividing 3 from both sides of the equation, we get a solution. Y is equal to 1 plus minus 4 radical 2 over 3. Any question about this? So we're going to put in two answers. 1 plus 4 radical 2 over 3. And then 1 minus, copy paste this. Yep, 1 minus 4 radical 2 over 3. Yep, that will be 17, 18. Complete the square on the binomial. So given this, so you need to find out the missing number and then write the trinomial as square of the binomial. All right, let's quickly go over this. So the third number we need is gonna be 16, right? So you do A by 2, that's 4. And then you square that, that's 16. So you're gonna need 16 here. So once you have that, it's 30 squared plus 4 squared. Then is what we need. And writing the resulting trinomial as a square of binomial. So x squared plus ax adding 16. And then that becomes exponent to x plus 4. Those parentheses and the 2 power. Yeah. Okay, it's fairly straightforward. Now let's look at question 19. So it's a rational expression. You need to factor the first denominator, second denominator, find LCD, and combine them. Okay, I'll give you a couple minutes. Give it a try. All right, let's go over the solution here. So get a factor the first denominator. So it becomes 9 over 8 plus 10, 8 plus 1. The second one, you're gonna factor as 8 plus 9, 8 plus 1. Now you're gonna look for the LCD, right? Including every single term here, 8 plus 1 should be there, 8 plus 9 should be there, and times 8 plus 1. So you get 3 factors. And for the first one, it's missing this one, so I'm gonna multiply both top and bottom by 8 plus 9. Second one, you multiply by 8 plus 10. A on top, and then 8 plus 10 inside the parentheses. 8 plus 1, and 8 plus 10. Now, same denominator, so we're just gonna do this, combine like terms, right? So we put it under one denominator, which is 3 plus 1, 8 plus 9, 8 plus 10. Now the top is first part is 9a squared, adding 81a. The other one is minus 8a squared and minus 88. Now we simplify, right? We're gonna get a squared adding 8. The denominator 8 plus 1, 8 plus 9, 8 plus 10. And we still gotta factor the top. Once you factor that, we get 8, which is your 8 plus 1. 8 plus 1, 8 plus 9, and then 8 plus 10. Cancel this common factor, we get a over 8 plus 9 and then 8 plus 10. Any question about this? So we need a fraction first, a goes on top. A plus 9 times a plus 10. Yep, that should do it. Now 20, that's 20 is the question that you, how much total money do you invest, right? I'm gonna give you a number, and I'm also gonna give you an interest, right? So let's say you have $10,000 of the money, and what are the percent interest rate for each account? And say you have a stable investment with a lower interest rate, right? The safer, lower interest rate. So, and then investment one, two investment type. Account one is a little riskier, has a higher, so let's say 10% interest, right? It's riskier, meaning you have more chance of losing money, but a high interest rate. And if account two is safer and it has lower interest rate, let's say it's 5% interest rate, right? So that's a predetermined factor. Matter of fact, we can use any number you like to use, but let's just, for this question, let's do it this way. Use the values you enter in part A1 to determine the answer in this part. If you were to place all of the investment in a risky account, how much interest would you earn at the end of the year, 1 year? Anybody have a suggestion? So put all $10,000 into riskier, which is 10% account. How much interest do you earn after at the end of the year one? So you do 10,000, right? Times 10%. 10% is 0.1, so it's 10,000 times 0.1, which is 1,000. That means you're making $1,000 after year one. Okay, $1,000 interest. Okay. And so that you can keep this money in a safe option, you plan to distribute your total investment between the two accounts. See, some money will be invested at a lower interest rate. You accept that you earn less in that account, right? If you place all the money in the riskier account. So how much total interest you would like to earn at the end of the 1 year? Choose how much. So that means you can make $1,000, right? This is most, it's like most interest you earn. And in that case, let's say you only want $800. So you just choose the number, right? $800 in the total interest. Now, part 3. Continue investigating this issue. Use the answer from part 1 and 2 to determine answer in this part. The amount of interest you want to earn right now is $800. You wish to earn at the end of the 1 year will determine the amount of money you should invest in each account. The X represent the amount you will invest in account 1. And then Y represent the amount of money you will invest in account 2. Write the equation in terms of X and Y that represents your total investment in dollars. Any suggestion? The total investment is $10,000, right? You put X amount in the account 1, Y amount in account 2. So total of those two will be $10,000. Okay, and then write the equation in terms of X and Y represents total interest earned after 1 year in dollars. Okay. So right now, our target interest will be $800. So you do 10% times X, right? That's interest coming from the account 1. 5% times account 2, Y, right? So that's equal to $800. Okay. Now, basically, you are solving this system of linear equations with one variable, two variables, right? X and Y. And you're going to determine how much money you put into account 1, how much money you put into account 2. Okay. So you guys can try this one really quickly, right? Solve for X and Y. So basically, we set up a system of linear equation and then solve for the unknown, right? So try this. Okay, let's solve for this equation here. So you're gonna write it as system of linear equation x plus y equals 3,000. And then you turn 10% of 0.1, that's x plus 0.05 times y equal to 800. Now, decimal numbers, one way to solve this is using the substitution method, right? On the first equation, you're gonna get y by itself. So y equal to 10,000 minus x. And then you plug into the second equation and solve for the x. So 0.1x plus 0.05 10,000 minus x equal to 800. Now it's 0.1x plus, which really we get 500 minus 0.05x 800. Now combine those two like terms, you end up with 0.1x minus 0.05x 0.05x, and in 500 equal 800. Now subtract 500 from both sides of the equation. Cancel that 0.05x for 300. Now divide both sides of the equation by 0.05. Okay, x equal to, you can also turn this as like couple zeros, right? Multiply 100 here, multiply by 100 here. You get 30,000 by 5. So x equal to 6,000. Meaning you put in 6,000 in the number 1, and then in order to solve for y, plug back here, right? To get y values. Y equal 10,000 minus 6,000. Y equal $4,000. $4,000 put in the second account. And we can double check, right? We want to get $800. You see, add them, you get 10,000. That's good. And 10% of 6,000, right? 10% of 6,000, it's $600. And then 5% of 4,000, it will be $200. Combine them, that's $800. That satisfies the second equation, which means, so you can plug both answers into the two equations. If both are satisfied, then you have the correct answer. So in this case, it will be 6,000 and $4,000. Okay, any question about this? Okay, let's look at question 21. Solve each equation with the quadratic formulas. I guess we're gonna skip this, right? You guys can work on it on yourself. Let's go to some question we don't see yet, right? Containing the point parallel. Let's try one of this, question 22. We did a lot of practice on this. Let's try 22. Find the equation of a line containing point passing through this point 24 and then parallel to the other line. So parallel lines M1 equal to M2. Slope are the same. Two parallel lines. I'll give it a couple minutes, I guess. So if we cannot finish the review, all the review questions today, no problem, right? We're gonna finish that tomorrow morning. If you have any remaining questions here, we will do that. And then after you finish this, you can take the final. You have more than enough time, right? Take the midterm. And midterm only takes about 100 minutes, so you have like 3.5 hours. So definitely, and also if you guys want to try, let's say, you want to try another set, I'll talk about that in a second when we finish the problem here. I'll talk about that. All right, so for this question, we need to find out the slope for line number 1 first. So we do 3x plus y equal -4. Subtract 3x from both sides of the equation. Cancel that y equal -3x minus 4. Now the slope in this number in front of the x, that's our slope number 1. Okay, so m1 equal to -3. That means m2 is also equal to -3. Get a slope. We also know this parallel line passing through 2, 4, right? It meets at 2, 4, so m equal to -3. And then x1 is, this is x1, y1 is 2, and then y1 is 4. We're going to use point slope formula, y minus y1 equals slope minus x minus y. And throwing off three numbers, y minus 4 equal to -3 times x minus 2. Now this really, when you combine our terms, y minus 4 minus 3x adding 6, adding 4 from both sides of the equation, and cancel the 4, and we get the final answer. That's going to be y equal to minus 3x, 6 adding 4 is 10. So y equal to -3x adding 10. That's line number 2. The parallel line passing through this point. Do you have any question? Let's go down to question 23. Y equal to -3x adding 10. Okay, now let's look at question 23. All right, let's go over solution. So the LCD is 8. You multiply every single term by 8. 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. You get 16x. Adding 4 equal to 4 going to 8, 2x. So the 8 you get minus 17. Now, just solve for x, subtract 2x. Find both variable terms. You get 14x. And 4 equal minus 17. And subtract 4 from both sides of the equation. So it's 14x equal to negative 21. And dividing 14 from both sides of the equation. And so that simplify, reduce both top and bottom by 7 minus 3 over 2. So the answer is negative 3 over 2. Okay, that will do it. And this one, we would do, the number will be 9 over 2, right? You take the 9, divide by 2, and then square that. Right, that will become 81 over 4, right? 9 over 2 squared here. So it'll be 81 over 4. That's the number we're looking for. And then the perfect square will be x plus 9 over 2. Okay. Now let's look at question 25. Let's try this one. 25. All right, let's go over this one. So one way to do it is we can turn into a single cubic root, right? That's multiply across. So 81 is like this. A to the 5th times A to the 6th. B times B to the 5th is B to the 6th. Break down 81 as 27 times 3. 27 is the maximum perfect cube that goes into 81. A6, D6. It's gonna be cubic root of 27, 3. And then this is a cubic root of 3. SH. Now, a to the 6, you can do a 6 by 3. A 6 by 3. Same thing for b, right? 6 by 3. Now end up with 3 cubic root of 3 times a squared times b squared. Okay, that's a simplified answer. So 3 times cubic root. We need to get the cubic root operations. Yeah, that's here go. You're gonna go to functions, and here you'll be able to put in a cubic root of 3. Then a squared, b squared. Yeah, so we still have 5 more questions, but we don't have enough time to go over them. That's okay. We can go over them tomorrow morning before you're taking the actual midterm. Okay. So I'm gonna submit the assignment really quickly just to check the answers for the see what happens here. Right, you guys can also do that. Submit the assignment, and then so you can get that 5%, right, to unlock that. Yep. So view and save. Yeah, you did submit it. Assignment cannot be submitted. Available activity are listed on the home page. Let's see what happens. Data. Yeah, it's a submitted. You see, it checked all the work we did. So it's perfect, right? Cannot be understood.
So, Mr., we need to submit this again separately, or that's fine. You just submit it right now.
You can submit it yourself as well on your part.
But I have a question. Like,
Mhm.
what's the class key? When I try to log in on the website, then they ask me for a class key, but I don't know what's the class key.
No class key needed. You just click on the link. Remember?
Yeah, you give me the link.
Yes, just click on that link. There's no class key needed. Right, just click on this link. I'm going to show you one more time, right? Click on this link, it will take you to the login web page. But you need to create an account, though, right? Did you create an account yet, Cedar?
Yeah, I create account, yeah.
You did, okay. So let me wait the system loads. And also for those of you guys, we checked the answer. Most of them are good, except those we didn't complete it yet. Right, then yeah, you should be able to unlock this. Restriction has been met, right? You see, assignment restriction has been met. So tomorrow you just need to launch the lockdown browser, and then you can start working on the midterm. But meanwhile, before tomorrow, right? If you guys want to go over any questions in the second assignment and third assignment, there's some more questions. You guys can also work on this between now and tomorrow morning. If you have any question, you can ask me tomorrow. We can go over the question from these two as well, these two practice sheet. I'll go over that first sheet first. From the first assignment, we still have 5 more questions left at the end, and then we will go over those 5 questions. And then, yeah, a lot of them are very similar questions, right? It's maybe just different versions there's different version of questions. So you can get some more practice if you want to, right? From these 2 assignments before tomorrow. But yeah, so definitely we will finish the midterm review tomorrow morning. We only have 5 questions left. And then you take that after, you can take midterm right after we finish, right? Okay, do you guys have any questions before we end the section?
I have a question.
No
Yeah.
question? Okay, very good. So I see you guys tomorrow.